Riolu Hatch Day is this weekend, with odds as high as 1 in 216. If you're looking for a Hundo or Shundo Riolu, this is definitely the day for you. We're gonna run through some pro tips that are actually linking to other events. We're gonna look at Riolu's evolutions to see how good they are in 2026, but ultimately I'm gonna show you a method of how you can walk less than 500 meters to hatch your 2-kilometer Riolu eggs. This is Riolu Hatch Day. Oh, you wanna? Riolu wants to come along as well. As always, let's start with time and dates. Guys, Riolu Hatch Day is going to be taking place this Saturday, which is going to be the 18th, but it's going to be 6 hours from 11 to 5 p.m. local time, not 3 hours. That is a huge bonus here. But let's quickly talk about our featured Hatch Day Pokemon. Riolu. Riolu is a fighting type baby Pokemon originally coming from the Sinnoh region in Generation 4. Riolu can evolve into Lucario using 50 candies, and Lucario is a steel and fighting type. As we all know, and if you didn't know, Lucario has a Mega, which is going to be called Mega Lucario, which also takes on a steel and fighting typing. Riolu is a fan favorite, but remember when I said that I had a method to walk less than 500 meters to hatch your eggs? Let's discuss that right now. Let's start off with the details. For 6 hours on that Saturday, Riolu is going to be hatching much more frequently from 2-kilometer eggs only. Just a quick mention here, if you have 2-kilometer eggs before the event and you hatch them during the event, they will not be Riolu. So let's have a look at the bonuses. It's going to be 2 times candy for hatching eggs, 2 times XP for hatching the eggs. It's going to be half egg hatch distance, so normally you would have to walk 2 kilometers, now you're only going to have to walk 1 kilometer, and there's going to be an increased drop rate of 2-kilometer eggs coming from stops. A lot of people get worried or nervous that when the event starts and they spin a gym or a Pokestop, you're going to get 10 kilometers or 5-kilometer eggs. I played the original event before. Almost all of them were Riolu hatches, I think bar 1. There will be a free timed research available to all trainers, which is going to award us 1 regular incubator as well as 5,000 XP. But this is the part that's very important if you want to walk less than 500 meters in order to hatch 1 2-kilometer egg, which of course is going to be Riolu. Here's the breakdown of how to do that, and I'm going to leave it on screen right now. Let's take a regular incubator outside of this event. Normally, to hatch a 2-kilometer egg, you would have to walk 2 kilometers. But during this event, you would only have to walk 1 kilometer because of the half egg hatch distance bonus. Let's look at a super incubator now. On a 2-kilometer egg with a super incubator active, you would only have to walk 1.33 kilometers. During this event with a super incubator, you would only have to walk 670 meters. But this is where the method comes in. If you buy the ticket as well as use a super incubator for the entirety of this event, guys, we're talking only 330 meters per 2-kilometer egg. That would be the fastest way you would be able to hatch an egg in Pokemon GO. And the fact that we can do this on this specific day to get such an incredible Pokemon, do not sleep on that. If you are considering buying the ticket, please get it through the web store because you will be able to get 1 lucky egg at no extra cost. But of course, with the web store, every single item you purchase or ticket, you will be able to progress with Go points to get through that premium track to really claim some really good items as you progress through that track. But honestly, this is probably 1 ticket you definitely want to get. It's important to mention that once you hatch these Riolu, every single egg is going to have a 1 in 10 chance of becoming shiny, which means that because the base floor is 10 10 10, it means that hatching a Hundo on this day, you would have a 1 in 216 odds of hatching the Hundo. But if you wanted to hatch the Shundo, the odds would be about 1 in 2,000 in order for you to hatch a Shundo. But based off previous experience, hatching shiny Riolu was not difficult on this day. It's important to mention as well the 100% IV for Riolu coming from these eggs, which is going to be 567 CP, so screenshot that if you want to remember. If you hatch this CP, it will be a guaranteed Hundo. This is where your potential Shundo comes in. But how do I prepare for this event properly? Before the event starts, clear out your eggs as much as possible because you want to be starting this event with no eggs in your bag so that as the event starts, you can spin Pokestops, get those 2-kilometer eggs, and then start hatching. Because you will not be able to fill all of your 12 slots because the 3 at the bottom are reserved for 12-kilometer eggs as well as Adventure Sync eggs, you can spin 9 stops to get 9 2-kilometer eggs, hatch those, and rinse and repeat throughout the day. And if you play this hard, guys, I think there are going to be people that will be able to walk out with about 100 hatched Riolu, which is seriously going to give you a good chance at getting that Hundo, which is 1 in 216 odds. It's very frustrating, but because I've made this mistake so many times, I can tell you all for free now. The easiest way to keep eggs away from your bag: do not spin stops, do not spin gyms, do not open gifts. Remember that now. Those are the main details, and that is going to be your best method to walk out these eggs. But what are some top tips to help me maximize this day, and also how good are the evolutions of Riolu? Please remember with tip number 1, every single Riolu you hatch, once you evolve it into Lucario, it's going to cost significantly more Stardust, 75,000, in order for Lucario to learn a new move. But if you kept it as a Riolu, Riolu is only going to cost 10,000 Stardust for that new move, so it's very important if you do get the Hundo, or if you do get a 98 and you are going to evolve this Pokemon, to make sure to add another move while it is still a Riolu before you make that evolution. Tip number 2, the Go Pass. Please remember that at level 75 of the Go Pass, please try your best this week to get to that tier, because at tier 75, you will be able to unlock 2 times hatch Stardust, which is an incredible opportunity on this day, because if you're going to be blowing through maybe 20, 30, over 50 eggs with a star piece running, you're going to get double hatch Stardust. So there's an even bigger way to get Stardust, and if you really wanted to focus on it, hatch those 12 kilometer eggs during this event with a star piece running, with the Go Pass bonus active as well. Guys, we're talking potentially 150,000 Stardust there. Tip number 3, routes. You're probably wondering, why, Mikey? Routes has nothing to do with this event. Wrong. At the start of this event, right through to the end, we are going to be in the middle of the Sustainability Week event. Connected to that are some bonuses where on the last 2 days of this event, which is going to be from the 18th to the 20th, on route specifically, Galarian Corsola wearing the Elton John glasses, as well as Lapras with the shiny boost, are going to be spawning more frequently on routes. I have a perfect place to play where I have one straight road with a lot of Pokestops, and there are at least 4 or 5 routes on that road as well. So I'm going to be able to be hatching eggs on a straight line, but I'm also going to be completing routes because I want to get encounters with a Galarian Corsola and that Lapras coming with the shiny boost. Please remember to do routes during this event as well, because you can get those boosted Lapras spawns. You can get the Galarian Corsola. You will be able to get more resources and items by spinning Pokestops and gyms. You can also get a whole bunch of spawns while you're hatching eggs as well. So to be honest, with Sustainability Week spawns as well, guys, this is a really great way to take advantage of Pokemon Go. Tip number 4, how to hatch these eggs as quick as possible. We've already explained our method. Get the ticket, use super incubators, and you're probably wondering, but Mikey, I don't want to spend any money. Guys, to be honest, this is one event if you're looking for good Pokemon where you can maybe fork out a couple of dollars to maybe get what you're looking for. I'm going to be buying the ticket. I do have some super incubators that I can use, but if I need to buy more, to be honest, I'm probably just going to bite the bullet here, because I never ever buy super incubators, but this is the event that I will do that for. But like we said, with the ticket, with the super incubator, you're only going to have to walk 330 meters. Tip number 5, if you do not get a Hundo or Shundo, please wait until the next Friday. The reason why is that Friendship Fridays are still going to be live all the way until the end of the season, which means every single trade you make, you're going to be getting 2 XL candy on that Friday. Trades are going to cost 10% less Stardust. We can make 1 additional special trade per day, but most importantly, all of those trades have more of a chance of becoming lucky. And if you didn't know, once Pokemon goes lucky, it has a 1 in 64 chance of becoming a Hundo, which means if you hatched 50 Riolu on this day and you traded it to a friend, you would then get 100 XL candy, but another 50 rerolls if you like at getting that Hundo or potentially Shundo, especially if it goes lucky at a 1 in 64 chance. Please remember to trade these Pokemon. Riolu is a very rare Pokemon, and you want to take advantage of trading so you can get the XL candy, because you definitely want that Hundo Lucario for the Megas. But speaking of Megas and evolutions, how good is Riolu going into Lucario and eventually Mega Lucario? Let's start off with Lucario. Lucario has a decent base stat product with its attack value sitting at 236. So how that translates is that it's still the 9th best fighting type attacker in the game and the 21st best steel type attacker in the game. But that's just Lucario. When it Mega evolves into Mega Lucario, this Pokemon becomes an absolute beast. An attack value of 310, defense of 175, HP of 172, so definitely more of a glassy Pokemon. A max EP of 4325. It resists 9 different things because of that steel typing. Its charge moves are going to be Thunder Thunder Punch, Close Combat, Power Up Punch, Aura Sphere, which is very important to have on this Pokemon, Blaze Kick, Shadow Ball, Meteor Mash, as well as Flash Cannon. But what that means for Mega Lucario is that it actually officially becomes the #1 fighting type attacker in the game with Force Palm and Aura Sphere, and as a steel type attacker with Force Palm and Meteor Mash, it is breaking into the top 6 steel type attackers in the game. Mega Lucario is an absolute truck, but it doesn't stop there. Mega Lucario Z, which came about in the DLC of the Pokemon Legend CA games, is due, and it has been uploaded in Pokemon GO's Game Master that this Pokemon will be making its debut at some point in Pokemon GO. That is why this Riolu Hatch Day is happening. If anyone didn't realize, this is pretty much the setup because it's going to get everyone an opportunity to try and get a good Lucario in order to have that Mega when it does eventually come around, and we will be able to get the energy for it most probably in Super Mega Raids. If you guys want to know how good Mega Lucario Z is going to be, well, these stats are subject to change, but from what we know right now, the attack value is 359, which would make it one of the highest damage per second Pokemon we have and would be for the foreseeable future. That is insane. The defense does drop a little bit at 161 and the HP kind of sits around the 172 mark, but this is actually the secret reason why you want to get that Hundo Riolu, because your Hundo Mega Lucario Z is going to serve you incredibly well. This is what's coming to Pokemon GO in the future. As you can see by these evolutions, this is certainly an event you don't want to miss, but just something I thought about in the lead up to this event. If you're struggling to clear out your eggs, please remember that in the middle of Sustainability Week, it is already half egg hatch distance, which means if you had 12 kilometers, 10 kilometers, if you put them on from Tuesday, actually the day that this video is going to go live, it means that those eggs are going to be a lot easier to hatch. So remember to hatch them, but then like we said, no gifts, no spinning stops, no spinning gyms. Keep it nice and clear so that you can eventually get these 2-kilometer eggs when the event starts. If you guys haven't checked out our Sustainability Week video, we are going to leave it above me right now. And if you also want to see everything going on this week in Pokemon GO, we will leave it as the end screen to my right as well. Please guys, watch both of these videos. You will be fully clued up on a week in Pokemon GO. That's very important. You don't want to forget anything because, to be honest, there are already a few things that a lot of people aren't thinking about, and because there's a lot of information, it can get a little bit overwhelming, and we are here to help you. Love you guys. Go with us. Riolu wants to check out now, so we got to get out of here. Appreciate your support. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Please also hit that hype button as well so this video can travel as far as possible. We can only grow as a creator with your help, and again, the numbers have been so... yeah, we're just really grateful for your watch time. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.